Part 2. Episode 88.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yeah. Yes, that's what I got.
Check. 88.
That's what I got. I'm Sheila, also known as Sheila D37.
And I'm Wendy, also known as Pennyway.
And how many members in our group?
1,079.
Yay. Just a reminder, we're doing a holiday knit-along. Anything holiday themed. Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa.
Yep.
Ornaments. Stuff that clearly screams holiday.
Right. It needs to be identified with a holiday.
Yes. Yes, can I help you? What do you want to announce? It's the Friday after Thanksgiving, and we have some people here. My two little munchkins. What? What? Oh, come on. They don't want to hear about the Patriots. If anyone watched Thanksgiving's game, which I'm not sure how many people would with the Patriots and the Jets, you all saw the
amazing,
atrocious scoring in the first half. Oh.
But good for the Patriots.
Good for the Patriots, but so bad for the Jets. So that's what Max wanted to announce.
Like if you were a Patriots fan who actually watched it, you wouldn't know this. Like there needs
to
be no announcement, and if you're not, you really don't care.
Yeah.
I would be on the side of I'm not a fan, so I'm like, yeah, whatever. I'm sure my mother was through the roof.
Oh my gosh, it was
my mother was a huge Pats fan.
I'm standing up and they're like, what? It was pathetic. That's all I can say.
I feel
it was
bad for the Jets.
The fans were screaming, Tebow, Tebow, because Sanchez was playing.
Oh, see? Those two names, I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Tebow,
Sanchez is the current, like, he's the first string quarterback.
Oh.
And Tebow, you know Tebow.
I know that's the guy that prays.
Well, yeah, the Tebow move, he's the backup, and they were screaming for Tebow to come in.
Oh, is he on the Jets?
Yes.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. I'm like he could be on the Pats for all.
No. He's on the Jets. So, anyways, let's see.
Is anyone else reminded of the that musical where they do the Jets and the Jets and the Sharks, and it's from West Side Story? Steve from Dramatic Knits would totally get that. Whenever you say the Jets, I'm thinking of from that musical. So sorry.
I think that's it. What else did I have in my notes?
The knit-along. Oh, you mentioned
the holiday knit-along. Yeah, that's about it. I think
I'm like 10 seconds behind.
All right.
So I think I go first this week.
Yes, you do.
Let's see. First, I'll do them in order. Little Baddie. Here's the bag for Little Baddie. It's my geisha bag. I did not do any work on this again. I am never going to finish this. It's almost done. Seriously, one more repeat of the lace and an edging, and this will be ready to go to test. Do I work on it? No. So yeah, that's Little Baddie and Blue Moon Fiber Art Socks that Rock Lightweight and the Rookie colorway, and I'm knitting it on a US 6, and it will be a pattern coming to you someday if I ever get it finished. And the other thing that I didn't work on, why did I bring it? I know, I haven't even shown it the last few weeks, but it's my Shetland Triangle, and I just didn't work on it. Actually, I brought it with me to work. I went out for coffee with a friend, and I brought it to work there, and I forgot the pattern.
Oh.
And it's been so long since I knit on it, I need to look at the pattern to remind me what to do.
Oh.
So I don't know what happened to the pattern. I have to make another copy.
Yeah,
it's in a book.
That happened to you at Rhinebeck.
Yes, same thing. I forgot the pattern, and I think I lost it that weekend somewhere. I don't know, in my house, or it didn't show up when I was cleaning, so I think I probably just dropped it somewhere. Mm-hmm. Anyway, Shetland Triangle is by Evelyn Clark in Great Adirondack Lolita yarn in the antique colorway, and I'm using a US 7 needle, which is one size up from what they recommend, but that was what I had available, because as I learned this weekend, I have a lot of things on US 6.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I needed a US 6 for the project I cast on yesterday, and I had to dig out one of my Addy.
That's that new.
Yes, it is. So the next thing, I did work on this, the Aquaphobia Socks by Crystal Flanagan in Into the World Sock Muse colorway, pooling. Oops, this are all.
I'll keep my comment until after you show your next project, but this is going to be funny.
Okay, wait. So here's, ow, my finger. I cut my finger on Thanksgiving. I keep hurting it. Here's
Good
what it
thing
looks
it's
like.
not your knitting finger.
Well, it's not so bad. I push with it sometimes, but yeah, I can't. Typing hurts. I have to type like I can't use this finger to type. So yeah, I'm gonna do the short row heel tutorial. I knit a little bit more, and I'm ready to do the short row heel. But for reasons that I'll explain later, I did not get to that tutorial this week. So and that is in my new bag, my little pig bag. I love this bag.
Where'd you get that one?
This is from Jessa Lou. I got it at New England Fiber Festival. Hi, Jess. So that's that. And then the next thing is the Skipperty sweater. This got a lot of love this week. Whoops. So, I joined it, obviously. Where is it? It's all the sleeves are on the things. And I got about halfway, almost halfway, not quite, almost halfway through the cabling on the yoke. It's going to be really pretty. I love it. And I want everyone to notice the purple sleeve.
What happened?
Just for whatever reason, in this one sleeve, there's lots of purple. It's the purple sleeve. It matches the rest of the sweater. It just has like none of my other yarn had this much purple all together. Isn't that weird? I have this much left of the current ball that I'm using. And I have another 600 yards or so ready to be plied.
Is that going to be enough? And
it should be enough. It's on the wheel, ready to be plied, and should be about 600. And then I have another ounce that's not spun left over from the pound.
Don't put that on the floor. Where's your socks? I wanna show something when you're done showing your.
Okay, my socks?
That you were just showed, yeah, your.
Okay.
Aquaphobias.
All right.
The piggy bag. Just put it right there. I'll ask it for you when you're done.
Okay.
All right, go ahead. Show your next one.
Okay, and then this is some new yarn that I'll talk about in Bubbles and Bling. But I cast on the spiral cowl.
That's pretty.
I love this yarn. This is I'll Be Gnome for Christmas colorway, and it came with my kit that I ordered from Knittingsmybag. And I'm doing the spiral cowl, and I guess I left the.
Is that it over there?
Oh no, that's this. I guess the first page of the pattern is missing. You can tell this is why I lose patterns apparently. But anyway, this yarn is. I saved the label. It's Vesta from Spinning Fates on Etsy, and it is 100% superwash merino in the DK, and it is 231 yards, and I'm nervous that I'm going to run out. I love how this is working up. I think this is a really pretty pattern.
You think you're going to run out
of yarn?
It's only 230? How much did the pattern cost for? Do you remember off the top?
200 to 250.
I don't think you'll run out at all.
And that I don't know, I'm nervous.
No, I don't think you'll run out.
Because I need it to be a little bit taller before I cast it.
I'd knit until you're almost pretty much done. I like it. I like the pattern too.
I do too. It's a nice little pattern. It's a free pattern. I would tell you who it was by. I guess I didn't write it down. It's not on my notes. Oh, here, it's by Nitty Gritty Thoughts. And it looks like this. It's a crummy color, but you can button it together. Like, it's really a wide cowl, but you can button it over to hold it together. And so I went on Etsy last night, and I got a wooden button shaped like a gnome.
Oh, cool.
It's the cutest thing ever. So when that comes in, I'll show you. But, yeah, and this is on US 6 needles, which I had to dig. These are Addy, just regular Addies, Addy Turbos. I had to dig out of my stash because all of my other 6s are currently. I pulled out every single needle case. None of my 6s were available. So now what were you gonna?
Okay, then do me a favor.
Yeah.
Stop for a second.
Yeah.
Pull out your socks. Pull out your sweater. You may not be able to get a good look at this. She's knitting basically the same color scheme on every project.
Yeah.
Look at that. Same colors.
No, that's red and aqua, and that has aqua in it.
Yeah.
Aqua is in a lot of my stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah. This is what my fiber stash looks like. It's all blue. Oops. Now I have all these tangles. I think this is pretty different though, but it all has aqua in it. It does all have this aqua in it. I'm into aqua right now.
I'm not saying you're not. And it just, when you started pulling out your projects, I'm like, that's kind of funny.
That it all has aqua. Yeah, feel how squishy this yarn is.
Nice.
This is nice. This is a nice yarn. I am a big fan of red, and it has a little bit of forest green.
Yeah, it has
it's like
just
Christmas
a tiny
colors. Bit. I'm a big fan of red and aqua together. I don't know if I'd wear it all the time, but I just really like the two colors together. But that yarn base, I was already thinking, it reminds me of Madeline Tosh. It's got that, like, it reminds me of this. It's got, like, that
what's the base?
to it.
What is it?
Vesta. It's superwash merino.
Really?
It's nice,
it's
isn't
kind
it?
It's kind of squishy, yeah.
It's surprisingly squishy. So, Spinning Fates people, her DK base is very nice. And that's all I have on the needles.
So you said it was Vesta, no? Or is that the name of the yarn?
Vesta is the name of the yarn type.
Oh, all right.
Spinning Fates on Etsy is the lady who
isn't
does.
There a Vesta yarn?
I don't know.
Oh. All right, I'm working, believe it or not, on 2 projects. I just cast on one this morning. This is how far I got to it. Because this is the Fiber Trends Felter Clogs. And the first sections of it, you really kind of have to pay attention because they do short rows. But this is what the felter clogs look like. And I typically just do this without the bumper.
And she doesn't put the fun fur on it.
No, I don't put the fun fur on it. But this is for my brother-in-law. I'm going to try and find a sole or use, I don't know if I can use that leather because it's really hard to
get
your needle through.
Yeah.
So if anyone knows of a place where I can buy the soles at a decent price, because I know Fiber Trend sells them, but they're outrageously expensive, let me know. But I am doing size 13, which is the largest size you can do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just cast on 69 stitches, knit a row, and by the end of this, I'm going to have 103 stitches on it.
Cool.
So, starting this, I'll probably go and get him a gift too, because he's coming by and taking my boys on Saturday for the night.
They said.
Of course, I'm working Saturday night, so, but that's okay. So this is
Bless you.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Excuse me. The Fiber Trends Felt Clogs by Bev Galeskus.
Who is sadly now deceased.
Do
you remember? Yeah.
So, that's what I'm working on. I'm working on using some just bulky gray. I'm hoping it's going to work. It should work. It's about the same width as 2 strands.
Yeah, it's
together.
Thick.
I hope. And that's in my piping.
Oh,
the Plover Bird bag.
I wonder what I did with mine. I totally forgot about it.
It's a really nice little bag. It's got some pockets in it.
Does it have like?
It's got pockets in it, which I'll be putting my needles. I have 3 sets of 13 needles for various sizes for this project. Don't know why I have them all, but I'm glad I do.
Did I lend you some?
Nope.
Because I have some giant needles. I think I bought them to make those clogs. And then I gave the clog pattern to my mom because I realized I was never going to make the clogs. And then my mom can't finish it.
Well, when's she coming up
forgetting
next?
to bring it up in a couple weeks.
Reminder. Keep reminding her.
I will.
So, I'm working on this. This should be hopefully fairly quick because it's bulky and fairly simple once you get onto the foot. And the other thing I'm working on, sorry, leaning out of the frame to get my pattern so I don't lose it, is,
like me. So you don't lose it like me.
Well, yeah, this is a pay-for pattern.
It is. I didn't lose this one. I lose all my other patterns.
I bought this at a yarn shop, our local yarn shop, and if you can see this, I modified some for Zachary's size because he was like in between the children's and the adults, so I modified it. It's got tape on it. It's, it's got a hole through it. This is a well-loved pattern, that's for darn sure.
You've certainly gotten your money's worth out
of
that
absolutely.
These are the same clogs that Yarn Harlot makes.
Yeah, she usually makes 10 or so every Christmas, too.
Yeah, she gives them for Christmas, too.
And then I cast on a sock, generic toe up right now until I figure out what pattern I'm going to do, using some Blue Moon
I really like that yarn.
Rare Gems that was given to me by Diane from Knittables.
Hi, Diane.
Last year. It's Rare Gems.
That's
it's a
gorgeous.
marled, really pretty colors. I only have the toe up to like 40 stitches, so you're not going to see much, but it's really pretty.
Diane from Knittables gave me the Skipperty pattern, too. Which was super nice.
Can't wait to see how that's going to turn out. It's going to be like rainbowy, marled, rainbowy.
I like it a lot.
Yeah.
It reminds me of Noro silk, the way that it knits
Yep.
up. The color
color
that it's knit up.
See, it reminds me of like Kool-Aid dyeing almost.
Yeah,
because of the colors
the like flecky look to it reminds me of Noro silk.
And this is in just a Clinique bag. That is one of my favorites. I don't know why, and I don't want to use it for makeup, but it's got like a plastic vinyl in it. I love it. So that's all I got on the needles.
Let's see. Rate your date. I got nothing. I thought I was going to have this, but...
Oh.
You have something.
I do. I do.
Sheila has something.
I punched it out last night while watching said Patriots. It's still drying. But these are my Flutterby socks by Shannon Robolino. This was made for the person we know as SD Mags. I want to say her real name's Karen.
I can't remember.
I'm sorry. We know her as SD Mags or Maggie, but I don't think that's her real name. So. She sent you the kivit.
She sent me the kivit, yeah.
And I don't think it was...
I can't remember.
Anyways, she won the prize from the Denver Oyster, and this has taken me 2 months to finish.
Yeah.
Which is not typical for a pair of socks for me. Everybody knows that. But
you've been busy.
I've been busy. I hope these fit. My right one happens to have a tighter tension than the left one. Not sure why. Obviously, depending on where I knit it. So they're still a little damp. I think they'll fit.
What size foot does she have?
Very similar to mine, but a little longer. They fit me. I had to put the right one over with a little fuss, but I think once it's stretched, it'll be fine.
Bit, yeah.
So I did these with the anatomically correct toes. This is a right foot.
Cool.
And I'll show you the left foot.
Looks a lot like the right foot, but it's the opposite. Looks good.
Yeah.
I love that yarn.
I do too. And let me just tell you, I used every single scrap piece of the yarn.
Good for you.
As a matter of fact, I think the right foot is 1 row shorter. Just so that I could not have to break into the other skein.
Oh, good.
Because we all know what it's like to add yarn when you're almost done.
Yeah, it's annoying.
And to have it 1 row.
Because one of the things that I like to do every once in a while, or I don't like to do, that I do once in a while, is I'll get halfway through a bind off and I'll, for some reason, think I'm done, and I'll break the yarn, and then I'll realize, oh, I got a whole other side.
Oh, no.
I have to add yarn in the bind off. Yeah, it's really not fun.
So, SD Mags, send me, I have your email too, but send me your snail mail address and I will get these shipped out as soon as they're dry for you. And hopefully they'll fit and you can show a picture and hopefully you won't lose circulation, but...
I'm sure they will be fine.
It's just, what it is the stitch pattern draws it in.
Yes.
Because these are 70 stitches. 70 stitches fit me more than enough. But once it stretches it a little.
It'll be fine.
But I love the color. I can't wait to do my own someday.
Yeah, pretty.
Probably not in Flutterby, but I like them.
I do too. Good job. Good job, well done.
US 1.5 needles. Yeah.
Cool.
Trying to think if I did any mods beside the toe. I always, and I don't know if anyone else does this, but when there's a pattern on the leg, I always about 1 inch or so before the heel don't do the pattern. So you'll see the pattern go here and then it stops. Just because it rubs
Yeah, I don't really wear many shoes that have backs, so I never bother. But I
do
know
just,
other people do.
yeah, only because I haven't yet found shoes that I like for my socks that don't cost 2 arms and a leg. But I'm getting there. So yep, these are done. Blue Moon Fiber Arts with the March colorway budding twig. And I'll have to take a picture of these to add to the Blue Moon Fiber
Yeah, definitely.
project page there. Pretty.
Love this. I love how that's
So,
knitting up.
I do too. So
That
this
reminds
is
me of
my
candy.
rate your date.
Yeah.
I haven't had one in more than
No, you
2
haven't.
months.
Good for
What
you.
was my last rate my date?
I couldn't tell you.
I couldn't tell you either.
Have I had anything to rate? Not much recently.
Not recently, no.
We've been busy. We gotta step it up here.
Wingspan.
Wingspan. That was my.
Oh no, that was mine.
You did
was
a
it wingspan or was it color? Yeah, I did a wingspan. I did it in the coffee
Oh
one.
right. Okay. God, I don't even remember that.
I don't even know where that is.
I did a hat recently. Didn't I do something else recently?
I'll tell you in a minute. Skirt, the socks.
Oh, my socks. Yeah, I wore those the other day. Actually,
I don't know where my scarf is. And then the creature comfort cardi.
oh right, which I'm wearing.
Yeah.
I love this thing. Let me just tell you, for everybody out there who wasn't sure if you want to knit this is like the best thing I ever knit. I love it. It is the perfect weight if you're going to go in your car and then go shopping somewhere.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Because it's heavy, so it keeps me warm in the car, but I can just easily whip it off to go into the store so that I'm not hot. You know how when you're like clothes shopping, especially, you're taking clothes on and off, you don't need an extra layer. It's awesome. And then I just keep it on the back of my couch. If I get chilly in the evening, I put a blanket over the front of me, throw this over. It's like a little shawl, because I can't find my white poncho thing. It's missing.
Oh, you said you thought he gave it away or something.
I think he might have given it away to charity. I think my husband might have accidentally donated it to charity. So I'm not happy, but I don't know. It could be under the eaves, which I will find out this weekend when we pull out the Christmas decorations. Because yes, we are those people that put up their Christmas tree the weekend after Thanksgiving.
I have a coworker that's had her stuff up since after Halloween. Yeah.
I can't do it. I like to do it right after Thanksgiving because I like to have the whole month of December to enjoy it. Sometimes we wait until the first weekend of, like next weekend, the first weekend after Thanksgiving, but we usually try to do it. So, Whirlwind Romance. The only thing that's on the wheel right now, my Kiviot's still on the wheel. I haven't cracked into the second half of that because I've been busy. And I did spin the rest of the giant 2 pounds of Spinner's Hill, and I have about 600 yards of it sitting on the bobbins and about an ounce of it in a bag waiting to be spun. And I think I'm going to have about 600 or 700 yards total plied when I get done. I've used about 1,000 yards on the sweater. The sweater calls for 1,700, but all I have left is the rest of the yoke, like 3 more inches on the yoke and the button band, so I think I'm going to be fine.
Oh, good.
So, yeah, I'm excited that hopefully the next time you see me, this will be, if not blocked, at least finished, because I hope to ply up the rest of that yarn this weekend and finish it, so I should be able to knit on that next week. Let's see, future dates. I have one future date. Last week I told you that I really feel the urge to knit a lace weight project. And I said I gave 3 options of shawls that I thought I might do, and I decided I'm going to do the shipwreck shawl by Knitting Harpy. And I decided it because Melissa from His and Hers podcast started the shipwreck shawl when she was either pregnant or on maternity leave with her younger child. And she's got like the center medallion mostly done. So we are going to do a knit along with each other starting in January. I might cast on the middle section of it. I mean, I might try to do up to where she is so that I can catch up with her. Haven't decided if I'm going to have time for that yet. But definitely we'll be working on it in January. I'm going to do it out of some Spirit Trail Fiberworks lace weight that I bought at Rhinebeck 2 or 3 years. It was the year that we went up with Diane.
Oh, all right.
2 years?
2 years ago.
Yeah, 2 years ago I bought it, and I just need to get some beads. And I talked with Melissa about it. The way that it's designed is you're supposed to string all of the 3,000 beads onto the string before you knit that section. You break the yarn, you string 3,000 beads on it. Join the yarn again. Whoops.
Sure. Tape measure.
Oh, my tape measure. Put it over there. I have knit with beads like that a couple of times before. In the 90s, in the late 90s, I knit a couple of Victorian beaded purses where you slip a bead for every single stitch and they look like all beads.
Right.
That I gave to my sisters-in-law. And I swore I was never going to knit like that again because it drove me nutty. And apparently there's this magic thing that can, like, you spin the beads onto the yarn for you so it's not as hateful as doing it by hand, which is what I did. So, but then I could crochet them on, but they won't fall in the same part of the pattern as they would. They would, the pattern calls for them to be actually on the yarn over portion, so they would kind of hang in between the rows of stitches. Mm-hmm. If I crocheted them on, they'd actually be on the knit two together part of the pattern, so they would they wouldn't move. They would just be. So there's been a lot of debate about it. I saw a picture of somebody who did a really lovely version that had the beads fixed onto the knit two together. It's turning your finger green. Wow. Rare gem. Maybe that's why it's rare. It's rare. It's not well done. It's still, oh my gosh. Show the other side of your finger. Show the other finger.
You can't really see it, but
in real life, it's very green. Can't see it at all.
No.
So I haven't made a decision about the beads yet. I do need to buy some beads. I have to pull the yarn out and go to Joann and buy some beads for it. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what I do. If I do the beads, I'm going to get that bead spinner thing that Melissa told me about.
Is that how Melissa did her beads?
Yes. And apparently a lot of people are like, stringing them all by hand is a nightmare. And I know this because I had to string like 4,000 beads.
How many yardage do you need?
For the shawl? I don't
know. Because I've been thinking about this. Is there a way that you could string on the beads, like say you have a cake like this, string on the beads from the back end, and then knit along and then pull them up as you need them, instead of stringing them all on the front?
No. I mean, because you'd have to know exactly where you were going to be done knitting. Otherwise, you'd have to unwind the whole
I know.
End. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. Haven't decided. Don't have to worry. I definitely won't get to the beading part until January, so I have time to think about it. But if you've knit this shawl and you have any comments or tips, post them in the thread and let me know, and maybe you can help me make a decision one way or the other. It's going to have beads on it. I toyed with just doing it without beads, but I just think the beads kind of add to it. I just haven't decided how they're going to go on. So.
Yeah, I like the shawl, and it does definitely add to it. I think the weight will add to it.
It does. Too. It makes it more special. So I'm definitely going to do it. I just haven't decided how. So that's it for my future dates.
Future dates after my slippers. These are just going to be like car knitting. Will be a shawl. I have a shawl that I kind of have a shawl in mind, but I have yarn in mind, and it's going to be the Gypsy Girl Creations, one of the new skeins that I got.
Yeah.
I think the brown one that I have.
That'll be pretty.
I'm just not sure what shawl yet.
Well, you'll figure it out.
I will.
Crushes and heartbreaks. I am putting my dog down on Tuesday, and that's all I have to say about that. That's a big heartbreak. Really?
Stop.
Yes, really. But you know what? We've talked about it in my family, and everybody's at peace with the decision. And, you know, the kids are able to talk about it now without bursting into tears. So we're all we're used to the idea that he's not going to be here after Tuesday. And we've told the kids that we have one cat who's like 3, and he's best friends with the dog. And I think he's going to be kind of lonely without the dog to play with him, because they fight and they play, they eat out of the same dish, they sleep in the same place. And we have a really old cat who lives only upstairs and hates everybody. So we told the kids that we could get a kitten. Next weekend, we're going to go get a kitten. And it's giving them something positive to look forward to. It's kind of like taking the sting out of losing Skippy, because they have this new pet to look forward. They're excited about picking it out, and they're excited about naming it, and it's helped a lot to have that. We would have tried to get a puppy, but I personally need to wait. There needs to be a space before we get another dog. So this is just a better thing. I'm feeling kind of bad about it though, because he was such a good watchdog. Like no one would ever come and break into our house. We've had a lot of break-ins in my town. It's like a rash of break-ins, and now I'm like, man, we got to be really careful now, because we don't have the dog to scare criminals away. Mm-hmm. So that's my heartbreak. And my crush is, last week I got so many notes and messages on Ravelry and posts on the thread about how I was feeling kind of down or whatever about not working. So many things. It really lifted me up and made me feel better about everything. And Melissa from His and Hers podcast did something for me, which I thought was kind of awesome. She gave me a job. She wrote a pattern called Pedestrian Crossing Cowl, and it's really lovely. I am definitely going to make one of these. Isn't that pretty?
Yes, it's been on my wants for a while.
I'm definitely going to make one. She had me tech edit this pattern to update it, to change a few things that people were having problems with. And so I spent a morning doing tech editing, and I really had fun with it. It was like my little job. We're doing a barter. She's going to pay me with some fiber. And I enjoyed doing that. So if you are a designer who can't afford to pay someone to tech edit you, but would like me to look at your pattern, I will be happy to do it, and we can barter some kind of a payment. I'm not expensive because I've only tech edited I tech edit all of my patterns myself, but I will be happy to do it for you. And what I do, what I did for Melissa, is I went over the whole pattern. I made sure that it conforms to the Craft Yarn Council standards, the abbreviations, and the charts. I generated the charts with my chart software and gave her some ideas of things that maybe could be clarified after reading the instructions, like just a full check edit. So if you're out there, you're interested, PM me. Be happy to do it. My rates are very cheap. But it gave me a job. I was like, I have a little job. So that was really sweet of her. And I totally know she did it because she felt bad that I had no job. But that's okay. It was still really wonderful. So that's my little crush. And that's it for me.
And my crushes, excuse me, my crushes and heartbreaks are my school. I am heading into my phlebotomy final on Wednesday. That's the written portion of it, and I will have the lab portion of it next Monday. And then we're going to have 2 weeks of career stuff. Zachary had labs last Friday, and I talked to them about a possible externship there. Mm-hmm. So I have to talk to my placement person there, but I've emailed her, and the person I talked to, the lab person I talked to, emailed her as well.
Oh, good.
So I possibly have a externship lined up, hopefully.
That would be awesome.
Would be. It wouldn't be until the middle of January, which isn't such a bad thing. That way the holidays...
Gives some breathing room.
Yeah.
I am getting stuck on Monday, by the way.
Oh, yes. And my stickings are getting much better.
Thank goodness.
They're still a little shaky, but I'm not as fearful as I was.
Good. Well, you don't have to worry about me. You know what? I'm so gonna scream really loud.
No,
on
you
purpose.
better not.
Like, I'm gonna wait until the needle just touches my skin. I'm gonna be like, ah! Now she's gonna be all worried that I'm really gonna do that. It's the sort of thing that I would do.
I know it's the sort of thing you would do. That's why I kill you.
I would never mess with your school.
I'm gonna try and have a friend take a picture of us.
Yes,
so that
we're gonna try to get it photo document this.
But what was I gonna say?
I'm sorry I interrupted with my evil plan to thwart you, but I would never do that.
We found out how our lab is going to do. He's going to put all our names in a hat and we get to pick our lab partner. And there's one person that nobody wants because her veins are so horrible.
Oh, God.
And but he told us, he goes, I'm not going to grade you on whether or not you get the blood.
It's
because
the
sometimes it happens.
It's the technique.
It's your courtesy, you know, your professionalism, how to do it right, make sure you're labeling it.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting. And my heartbreak is my dryer still sucks. It's taking me 2 cycles to dry, which we think is the heating element, but
you need to get a new dryer.
I think we do. I got to talk to my husband about it. This will be something we need to talk to.
And you know where I suggest that you get one? They have really good prices, and they will deliver to you. Is Gray's Appliance in Melrose.
I'll check. But
they not only that, but they have like excellent repair service, and it's cheap. They
See, the thing that bothers me about this dryer is it's only 10 years old. It should not be breaking down on us like this.
But they don't make things like they used to. They don't. Because I have a 20-year-old washing machine that's been through two floods. I'll tell you right now, if I bought a new washing machine, it would not last 20 years. It just doesn't.
So
they seriously, they make stuff to need to be replaced now. It's their business model.
My laundry is getting out of hand because I have no desire to wait 2 hours to dry and fold clothing.
Yeah, that's crazy. You need a new dryer.
Yeah, I gotta talk to my husband about it.
Because I was saying to Sheila, they could repair it themselves, but it's false economy because you're going to end up putting that money back in again and again. And if you just get another one, it'll last you 10 years. And you'll actually, you'll save that money.
I'll talk to him. I mean, I have no aversion to fixing it ourselves because I looked on how to do it, and it's not very difficult. My brother knows how to do this stuff, so it may not be such a bad thing. But the question is it worth it? And at this time, it may be worth fixing it right now for another year or two. If it fixes it, that's the problem. I don't know
for sure if that's going to be it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm
might
only going
end up
by
throwing $50 in the well, you know?
Right, which we did with we have 2 dryers. One my father gave me, which was a Maytag, which was well over 25, probably close to 30 years.
Yeah.
And ended up needing one thing we fixed. Then it ended up needing a motor, which we couldn't fix because it's $300.
Yeah, and you can basically get a new dryer for that.
So the heating element or whatever it is roughly about $50, give or take. But, and you know, we're going solely based on internet searches. On, gee, my dryer's not doing this. What could it be? And it says the vents. Well, we've cleaned out all the vents since we've repaired it. It's not the vents.
Well, when my dryer stopped working, it said on the internet that it was the heating element. And I told you there had been a small fire inside my dryer, and it burned, like something shut off. In there.
Yeah, I know what that is.
Yeah.
I know it's not that either.
It's not that.
No, because my brother checked that out. And
so.
That's, I don't know. So we'll see. I'll have to talk to my husband on that. But that's my crushes and heartbreaks.
And let's see. Baubles and Bling. I have Baubles and Bling this week. The first thing, I already showed you the yarn. I ordered an I'll Be Gnome for Christmas kit from Lois, Knittingsmybag. This is the bag. That is so... Everyone knows sock monkeys and gnomes are like my thing. I adore this. I love the colors. I love the happy little gnomes. Look how cute they are. I love red and turquoise together. And it came with the bag and skein of I'll Be Gnome for Christmas yarn that was custom dyed by Spinning Fates on Etsy. And it came with this really cute pattern, Gnome for Christmas Mitts by the Proverbial Knitter. Tammy Eastburn. And it's like a cabled mitt, which I really liked the mitt, but I already have 3 pairs of fingerless mitts. And I'm selfish. I want to keep this yarn for myself, so I decided to make the cowl. It wasn't because I'll probably use that pattern for a gift for somebody.
Right, but not with the yarn.
But not with this yarn. So it came with this custom designed for the yarn. It came with, let's see if I can find it, a button from the Proverbial Knitter podcast. And it came with, I just had it in here. It keeps falling. This is my favorite part. A gnome stitch marker. Look how cute that is.
Cute.
Isn't that super cute? I love him. And it came with a marshmallow treat. And a candy cane. With the story of the meaning of the candy cane.
Yeah, which
So
of course
I've heard
candy
it.
cane's broken.
Is it?
I don't know, is it?
No.
No? There's something else in here. What's the
Oh,
candy
I
cane?
didn't open it up. There's the candy cane. Oh! A wraps per inch tool. That's super cute. I did not even know. Wow, from 7 Yaks Design. Ouch.
What am I doing wrong here?
So there's a little wraps per inch tool that I could put on my little, wow, extra stuff. I love it. And the little gnome stitch marker was from The Little Things, Handmade Jewelry and Other Fun Quirky Trinkets by Katie Sprosser. And she is on Etsy, The Little Things. And you know what? A smart woman would put that stitch marker and the button inside here so I don't have to keep hunting for it. So yeah, I was actually using the stitch marker on this project, but it's easy. You have to keep moving it over every round, and I was like, I don't need to do that. Wow, that's totally cool. Thank you for showing me that. What a bad person I am on Baubles and Bling. I'm missing part of the stuff. So yeah, that was great. I love Lois's kits. You know, I designed them for one of her kits, and I love her bags. And when I saw that it was going to be gnomes, I was like, I'm going to have to buy it. So this is Merry Christmas
To you.
to me.
There you go.
Because that's how I roll. Selfish knitter right here, people. And that's all I have for Baubles and Bling.
The only Baubles and Bling I have is the new Interweave knitting. I don't normally show my magazines, and I only took a quick little look through it. Some nice stuff. But I'm more showing because I think this is my last one for my subscription. I won't renew it. I haven't been happy with a lot of magazines lately. There is a hat that I like. I'm going to show it here.
Oh, it looks kind of like that Jared Flood hat.
It does look like the Jared Flood hat, and it's kind of pointy. And I was asking,
You could make it round.
Oh yeah, well you would just decrease somewhere
Yeah,
else.
you
But
just decrease it.
so I was asking my brother about what kind of hat he would like, because I wasn't sure if he wanted texture. He actually likes stripes, but so it's a cute little hat.
Yeah. Would that look good on you?
Probably not. No hat looks good on me.
No, those round square
I know,
hats.
I
look good
haven't
on
done
you.
that. I'm not a hat person. I was thinking about it the other day driving. I'm more of a headband person, and I need to do a headband.
You should. You should
I need
design one.
Yeah.
You could design one with a really cool cable that went all the way around. I just suddenly got this great idea for what you could design.
That's probably about it in this thing that I would even. That's atrocious.
I mean, I was looking at that because it's interesting, but who can wear that? An elf? Now you know I've offended like 400 people who love it, but it's just, I don't know, it looks like an elf poncho. Not a fan.
No, I'm not either. But yeah, I'm not gonna be getting these anymore.
I think if I was an elf, I would love that. Like, I would wear the heck out of that.
Those look like garden gloves just because they're so bulky.
Actually, they look like dishwashing gloves,
Yeah.
cleaning gloves.
All right.
You know those Rubbermaid
We're
gloves?
not one to really comment on magazines at all, but
No, show them the Rubbermaid gloves.
these look like dishwashing gloves.
Oh, you just passed them. I saw them.
There they don't.
Oh,
but
they look better close up, but
the picture that they had and the way she was holding them made them look like dishwashing gloves.
they
but
still
this,
look like dishwashing gloves.
not this
a little
picture.
bit.
This picture, they're too big.
They're too big in this area. They're in the wrist area.
It's knitted.
They're roomy.
They're knitted this way.
Oh.
They're knitted, just knit back and forth this way.
This way.
So there's no.
I think that's why they look kind of bulky.
Yeah.
It's an interesting construction, but they remind me of Rubbermaid dishwashing gloves.
Yeah, there's nothing else really here.
So, I don't
Matter
know.
of fact, I think I might be going through my magazines and getting rid of some, so maybe I'll do a de-stash.
Yeah, maybe, and give me first dibs. I'll de-stash them to me first.
Sure.
I will pay you whatever, but there might be some that I have, some issues that I have, patterns that I want to knit from. I'll buy them off of you.
All right.
So,
so that's my baubles and bling. I should be getting Blue Moon fiber art soon.
Oh, that's exciting. So, gossip and innuendo. The first thing I want to say is Happy Thanksgiving to everybody who is in the U.S.
Yes.
I know other countries are not celebrating their Thanksgiving.
My father had to work in China.
Well, they don't really have Thanksgiving.
No, I know, but he does, and he wanted not to work, but he had to work.
Because I know Canada has a Thanksgiving, but theirs is like last month.
Yeah, in October.
Yeah. U.S. it was yesterday, so I'm thankful for my family and their general health and welfare. I'm thankful everybody's doing well. 2012 has been a crummy year. It continues to be a crummy year. I am really looking forward to 2013, assuming that when is the year?
Let's not talk about that,
I think it's today.
No, it's 21st of December.
Oh, okay.
It's the day after Max's birthday. I don't talk
the
about
world's
that
not
stuff.
doing that.
I know, but I still don't like to talk about it.
Anyway.
There's that minutest little possibility that it could.
Yeah, there's also a minutest possibility that a comet could come through the
True.
roof right now and kill us. Doesn't mean that I'm going to worry about it.
I don't worry about it. I just don't like to talk about it.
Don't talk about the end of the world, Miss
No.
Sheila. So anyway, yeah. And I'm thankful because I had my brother-in-law and his wife at our house. It was the first time we've hosted Thanksgiving at our home for guests in like 20 years. Seriously. Maybe 18 years. It's been a long time. And we had a really good meal with them, and it was a lot of fun. And I'm thankful for all of my friends in real life. And I'm thankful for all the people that I've met through this podcast. I really am. Because last week I had a really crappy week, and y'all made me feel a lot better. Now I'm going to start crying, so I'm going to stop right there. That's what I'm thankful for. What are you thankful for?
I didn't know we were going to do this, so I wasn't prepared.
Surprise!
I'm obviously very thankful for my family and their good health. Zachary had labs, and I spoke to them. They said his labs are the best they've ever been. That his ALTs and LSTs are really very good. It was like a 3-minute, it was like a 1-minute conversation, because that's how good it is.
Yay, finally.
Yeah, we've made
it
this.
only took 9 years.
Knock on wood, it continues to go this way. I'm thankful for my friends, real
friends, real life
and
friends.
internet friends,
internet friends.
because you guys have made it a fantastic year for me as well.
Yeah, you're having a good year.
I am having a good year.
2012 has been good to you.
It has been good to me. Hopefully 2013 will remain to be good to me.
I hope that 2013 will be good for both of us at the same time.
I think we've had a rough 7 or 9 years. I think it's our due.
I think so.
We have issues that, not everything's perfect. I'm looking up at the ceiling that's cracked. The house is peeling again.
And my husband and I are going to move house next year, so that's going to be like a
that
total
ain't happening.
nightmare.
I'm thankful that my brother, who's been in Arizona for the last 10 years, has moved back.
It's good to have family around you.
Probably will move back to Arizona, but I'm hoping to at least get him for a year. And he was over for Thanksgiving, and it was just really nice to have him.
Yeah.
And it was a really peaceful. He was the only one we were there. I don't think I got out of my pajamas. I took a shower and put my pajamas right back on. It's kind of nice to be able to do that. He came over sometime around noon, didn't leave until well after 10. He was like, until you kick me out. I said, I will never kick you out, so don't even
ask.
Yeah, but it was nice to have him. This is my twin brother. And he was wearing boots. We don't typically wear shoes in the house, but we obviously don't make it an issue if guests wear shoes. We're not going to force them to take their shoes off. Well, he had these boots, these work boots that have, the 2-inch heel on them. Oh my God, I felt like a little kid looking up.
Yeah, I have to tell you, he's already, giant.
He's about a foot taller than me normally.
I would never in a million years say, oh, they must be twins. Ever.
No.
Ever.
Half the time you wouldn't even realize we're siblings.
No, you look more like your other brother than your twin.
So
she does.
I gave him a big hug yesterday, and I literally was looking up like this, and I'm like, oh my God, you're tall. Of course, added 2 inches of those heels.
He is tall.
But I'm thankful for everything I have. All my friends, all my internet friends.
Your exciting new career that's just starting.
I'm a little nervous, but
You know what?
it'll be interesting going back
great.
to work because I haven't been back to work like that in a long time.
It's going to be great, though. I think it's going to be so much more interesting and exciting for you than answering phones. I really, really do.
But it's, the same thing as it's going to be monotonous like any other job. But
I think that you're going to meet different people every day, and I think that's what's going to keep it exciting.
I hope so.
I think so.
So
that, the other news is String of Pearls hat is pretty much completed. I have 3 or 4 people testing for me. I think I have one person who's not finished yet. I looked over the pattern, and I think that I've had enough aspects of it tested where I'm confident that the pattern's in good shape. So that will probably go out to publish in the next week or so. And the short row heel tutorial, I'm definitely going to work on it. The only reason I didn't do it last week is from all the cleaning and the fact that if I hadn't gotten a stomach bug, I would have had more time. Me and Lisa, I hope you're feeling better. Lisa had a stomach bug too. I said, the cool people have a stomach bug. And she's like, if that's true, I don't want to be cool.
I was just going to say, I'm all right with not being cool, babe.
Yeah, it was pretty crummy. It was
a
crummy stomach bug. So, and I have to say my favorite phrase last week was soup for Christmas.
Oh, that's right.
I am pleased to tell you that there will not be soup for Christmas at Melissa's house because...
No soup for you.
Because the car repairs that she thought she needed to be done, turns out that the repairman was trying to defraud her. So yay for no soup for Christmas. My favorite phrase this week came from Rachel of Diabolical Yarns, and she called herself a flatware heathen.
A flatware heathen?
She had a note on Twitter. She was holding up a little knife, and she was like, is this a cheese knife or a butter knife?
Oh.
And I guess a couple people answered her too late. She was like, we use it as a cheese knife. I'm a flatware heathen. And I don't know why, but flatware heathen is my new favorite thing.
That's funny.
So don't be a flatware heathen, folks. Go on the internet and study your flatware. Don't be a flatware heathen.
I'm a flatware heathen.
I guess well, the only reason I wasn't a flatware heathen is because her butter knife, I think she might have the same silverware as me, because it was identical to mine. I'm like, that's a butter knife.
That's funny.
I think cheese knives usually have like a curly round.
Well, aren't they usually a shorter handle too?
Like and they're usually a little fat handle.
Yeah.
Well, and the butter knife is short too. But it looks kind of like a trowel.
See, we call a butter knife any knife that's not serrated.
Okay, yeah. Whereas my son...
So I'm a flatware heathen.
There's the table knife that doesn't have serrations on it. We call that a butter knife too, but it's not an official butter knife. Apparently, I am not a flatware heathen. My son, since he was 2, has called them safety knives because he thought they were designed that way so that they wouldn't be dangerous.
That's cute. Safety knives.
He's like, can I use a steak knife or a safety knife?
I like that. I like that
safety
phrase.
Knife. I know, it's kind of cute. So, yeah. But flatware heathen, this is a shout out to Rachel because that's kind of an awesome phrase. And that's all I have for gossip and innuendo.
That's all I have too. And on that note, thanks for watching us.
Yes.
Coming back each week if you're a returning viewer. Thanks for checking us out if you're a new viewer.
Yeah.
We appreciate it. Hope everyone had a happy Thanksgiving in the U.S.
Yeah.
And hope everyone has a good weekend everywhere else.
Yes. So, knit with heart.
Knit with heart.
Bye.